big ideas relevant anymore?
Yeah, they're absolutely relevant, probably more than ever. I think we desperately need big ideas that connect our industry with other seemingly disparate industries in order for us to maintain relevancy. I mean, we need to bring advertising to medicine, architecture, film, sports, science, entertainment, art, education. These all need to come together. That's where really the power is. And I think our future successes depend on the scale of implementation of these ideas. So, I have big ideas. I'm sure you do too. I want to hear about them. I want to see them. I want to be part of making them real.
What role does technology play in the future? Does the future belong to the specialists or the generalists?
I really believe that the future can no longer be written without technology. We can't go backwards. We have no choice but to embrace technology in our movement forward as a species. I mean, to envision a future without technology, however appealing it might be, is really naive. It's nostalgic. It's even potentially dangerous. It's going to shape how we evolve in every capacity, from how we think, how we medicate, how we learn, how we create, how we design, how we look, how we buy, how we choose, how we love, and even who we love. So we're in a constant state of becoming, of flux. We need everyone to participate, specialists and generalists, to shape our future. We need you.
Is the recession feeding creativity?
Yes, I mean, the recession is feeding creativity, but perhaps maybe more so amongst the smaller entities. It's always hard to be creative the larger you are, so larger scales, larger risks. But for companies like ours, I think the recession actually has allowed for new paradigms in thinking. It's for experimentation, for dreaming, for risk. A recession is really the time when global brands should be taking risks and using creativity to push themselves forward. But sadly, that's not always the case. It's hard to say who's to blame. Is it the brands? Is it the agencies who don't want to risk losing the brands? Ultimately, though, I think we really need to commend anyone, brands, agencies, design studios, individuals, who are embracing creativity and risk in the face of a recession rather than hiding behind it.
Do award shows matter anymore? And who is qualified to judge work?
Well, I don't know, without sounding too flippant, I think that award shows matter to those who think award shows matter. In other words, it's a very insular and cyclical structure. That's not to say they don't matter. They do. I think good work, should be recognized. But the power shifted. It shifted to you, it shifted to me, it shifted to the people. The power is really in the numbers. So the web's democratized the power of opinion, right? So I think we have to really question the relevancy of an awards show and whether it's truly a representation of the people, of reality, or otherwise we're just going to have to keep constructing our own reality through these award shows in order to continue the cycle of justifying a potentially, archaic system that privileges the ad agencies and the billions of dollars spent on advertising. So, what I really appreciated about this whole jury process is that it created, for the first time, an open circuit instead of a closed circuit. And it's, I don't know, it's hard to say definitively who's qualified to judge work. I think hopefully it's someone who's open-minded. It's someone who really tries to leave preconceived ideas of advertising behind, and basically someone who's tireless in their pursuit of new ideas and experiences.
And what keeps you up at night?
Honestly, I guess it's the fear that there isn't enough time to do everything, to make everything that I want to make. And I don't know, as my uncle used to say, we're in a race against death. And although it sounds a bit morbid, I actually think overall it's kind of a good thing. I think this finite timeline really, it pushes us. It drives us to dream, to create, to problem solve. And we're quickly reaching our biological limits. And so now what are we doing? But as a society, we're extending those limits through technology. It's completely pervasive in our lives. And I'm sort of both excited and terrified, maybe more terrified. And that keeps me up at night. It really does. And I used to dream about being a cyborg and really having those barriers come down. But now, honestly, now that we're so dependent on technology, I'm really not sure I'm ready. Vote for me, Vivian Rosenthal, for the Andy Awards, electthejury.com.